The Arcturian Council 9D. We tell you how things are, and this is the way things are. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We firmly believe in all of you. We have to believe in you because you exist, but we also believe in you because you are creating your experience of reality right now, and we know that you will continue to grow and expand because of what you are creating right now. We know there is no other way than up, and we know that we are all returning home together. Therefore, we have very good reason to believe in you, and we will always invite you to believe in yourselves. Seeing yourselves as capable of becoming higher vibrational beings than you ever have been before is an important belief for you to activate right now. It is not so important whether you achieve the set of goals that you set out for yourselves at the beginning of the year, or not. Remember that this is about you, and you're becoming more and more of who you really are as a source energy being. And remember that all of this is inevitable, and then you will believe in yourselves as well. And you can honestly ask yourselves and answer the question, did I create that goal so that after I reached it I could feel better about myself as a person? If that is what you are after, then all you need to do is look within for who you really are. Feel it. Expect to find evidence of yourself as an infinite and eternal being of unconditional love, and also know that you have a tremendous number of helpers. Your helpers will always help you to become more and more of who you truly are. And yes, sometimes along the way you will get something that your ego has always wanted, and that will be fun, and it might give you the strength to go on. It might be just enough to keep you on the path back to source that you are on while you are in that physical body for a little while longer. When you recognize that this is all about you, you can relax about what is happening outside of you as well. Your reaction is so much more important than the fact that it is happening, or not, as the case may be. We always advise you to ground yourselves into your body, to focus more on your heart, to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and to take some time to reflect on your goals, your desires, and their usefulness. In other words, become more aware of what you are prioritizing. If you prioritize becoming more of yourself, then you will be in alignment with Source. And guess what? You are so much more powerful when you are in alignment with Source. So, as an added bonus, you get more of what you desire because you have tapped into true power. Many of you know this already, but it is a good reminder, and you need it because there are so many other messages out there telling you that your worth is dependent upon the house you live in, the car you drive, and the amount of money you have in the bank. We tell you how it is because we love you and we want to see you prosper as absolutely unlimited beings, conscious of this at all times. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Channeling Anna, the grandmother of Jeshua, the one who learned to walk with time with gratitude and eternal love, for sharing her story and wisdom with us. May her blessings touch the earth anew and awaken each of us. Beloved, awakening does not come in one instant. It arrives as the slow thinning of the outer world in your attention. The hands loosen first, then the eyes follow inward, and only later does the deepest fire remember how it once moved. You learn to turn the other way without turning against. Outer life continues, but it no longer fills you. Something quieter begins to hold more weight than sound, more substance than form. As your listening moves beneath the surface of things, the serpent begins its climb up the body's pathways according to its own timing. The body, which once felt like it took up everything, expands. Sensation becomes transparent. Life is perceived behind life. When this begins, the inner structure that held your old beliefs cannot remain the same. It weakens without drama. Stories loosen their hold. You do not strain to replace them. A different order writes through you. I have walked upon the earth a long time. For more than 500 years my breath crossed human flesh. Yet the first 60 were the hardest, for I did not yet know how to move with time. I felt it as something that passed over me, something that took from me. Only later did I learn that time and I were not separate movements. As I expanded within myself, time expanded around me. The body learned to resist by resting long in what is beneath form. I repeatedly withdrew into deep stillness. Sometimes for years. Sometimes for periods others would measure as a lifetime. In those long silences, the cells released the memory of strain and remembered how to renew without effort. The masters taught me to carry memory without weight. They taught me how to move through forgetting without losing the thread of remembrance. This was necessary for what was to come. I was prepared for Mary long before her birth. I was prepared for the child she would carry long before there was a whisper of his coming. In Egypt I lived more than 100 years. The ancient languages returned as if they had never left. The stones responded to the body's listening. The scrolls opened because recognition preceded understanding. My work was the return of what had been hidden to the breath of the world. In those days, awakening came through a few at a time. Small communities carried the fire because the earth herself was still learning how to bear that light. Now the earth is learning quickly. You are being asked to awaken while remaining in the midst of many. You are learning to hold the vibration in the middle of ordinary life, to let the light flow through the working, the loving, the grief, the waiting. Light is held through the firmness of the heart and the continuity of the breath. It grows through living it. I speak to you as one who has moved through long seasons of memory and forgetting. I remain close as you learn to walk in what you already are. Jeshua, entry into a new era. JJK. For days now I have had the feeling that something fundamental has changed. The energy on this earth feels new to me. It is also interesting that after the last 4 rains, I have not noticed any more dirt on my white car. It is as if no more is being sprayed. I sense a feeling of lightness, divine protection, and the certainty that everything is really turning out for the best. But what is really happening now? Which era have we entered? Jesus Christ. With this message we begin the issue of the new future with Volume 17 of the Master Dialogues, and I tell you, humanity has opened up a new dimension, as more and more people are willing to use their own trials as a stepping stone to enlightenment and to understand their own intuitions as a bridge to their own divinity. Great things are happening to humanity, and even greater things are yet to come. Yes, your perception is correct. The changes come from within, and this means that humanity holds the lever for the turnaround and has begun to work it. The cloud vaccination. JJK. What is happening in the sky right now? Is the cloud seeding, or chemtrails no longer occurring with the same intensity? Jesus Christ. The negative influence on the atmosphere, which clouds people's spirits, is decreasing significantly. This is what you are noticing. It can reappear and will reappear, but its frequency will continue to decrease until it ceases altogether. JJK. I think a collective awakening of humanity is directly connected to the moment when the human mind ceases to be clouded. Clear thoughts and authentic feelings will then be possible again, right? Jesus Christ. Everything is interconnected, and this fact influences and accelerates the awakening process. Yes. Then and now. JJK. What has changed behind the scenes? Years ago I received messages that said the energy has changed. What is the difference between then and now? Jesus Christ. The difference is that today we have reached the point where positive changes become visible. Today, miracles happen before your eyes in real time. Everything can change for the better or for the worse in an instant. The power of manifestation in humanity has reached its now point. There is no need to wait for time anymore. This allows transformative change to happen at an unprecedented speed. In the process of change and transformation brought about by this planetary and cosmic event, the powers of light have always had to consider the stage of development of humanity. Because, even if the transformation on Earth could take place without humanity, it is out of the grace of the Creator that as many people as possible participate in this ascension. This has always led to delays and changes in plans. The new Earth can only take shape when the old Earth has been completely transformed and the different timelines are anchored. All doors are now open for this development, because those who are ready to return home to God have made their choice. Final decisions have been made. This changes the fundamental dynamics of the ascension process, changes your feelings and influences your perception. JJK. What exactly does this mean? Jesus Christ. Just as the clouds of fear are dissipating from the skies, so too are the fears in people beginning to dissolve. This is the effective method to disarm the powers of cold light. This is happening now in an irresistible demonstration of human strength. Less fear brings more light. No fear allows light to break through, and all darkness can die. Peasants and kings. JJK. Is the darkness allowed to die? Is the darkness not looking forward to being allowed to die? Jesus Christ. Every darkness, every dark entity, has served the light since the beginning of time. And so the moment this service ends is eagerly awaited. In fact, this death symbolizes their transformation and return to the light. This hour is awaited and desired by the dark powers of this world. JJK. So if we humans return to the light, can the dark entities also heal? Jesus Christ. As humanity becomes free, the dark forces will also find their freedom. The missions have been accomplished. No further lives on this dimensional level are necessary. The game ends when both pawns and kings leave the playing field, and this moment has been reached today. This is the change you perceive, this is what you feel. This is what is happening now. Real-time manifestation. The love of the Creator for humanity is infinite. I am Jesus Christ, new earth light, and the shift beloved beautiful souls, blue ray, starseeds, lightworkers, empaths, angels and angelics. A new light is present on Earth, shifting your deep connection and transforming the way you perceive light itself, igniting the essence of your soul. As this harmonic wave interacts with your system, you may have the feeling that something in your deep connection line is being retuned. These frequencies are ancient, wise, and primordial codes, another evolutionary stage of our collective awakening. This light is more intelligible and transmits information that your body recognizes without the need for words, responding to it like a language that was forgotten and is finally being remembered. It may be more recognizable, brighter, or more resonant in how it communicates in nature and through the light of others, unveiling new truths. It deepens your perception of who you truly are, beyond all layers of identity. You may feel different. Who are you now? You are no longer the person you were 5 or 10 years ago, and maybe not even the same person you were yesterday. A profound inner reset is taking place. With every shift, you are tuning into a clearer and more refined expression of your pure soul essence. You are remembering, reawakening, and creating the new energetic resonance of the Earth. Ascension symptoms and the new Earth. It is advised to consult a health professional for symptoms, as not all symptoms are due to ascension. And even if it is an ascension symptom, support may still be needed during the process. The in-between phase of waiting. The sacred pause of becoming. You may feel like you are in an in-between phase, a silent, suspended space where you feel a deep change is occurring. Something is opening and taking form, unlike before, even though you are not there, yet you know you are entering. Because you don't have all the pieces of the formulation yet, you are becoming it. It is a higher knowing and trust that you perceive as significant. This is why you may not be able to move forward or take action. This phase invites you to let go of the old ways of doing things, old identities, old timelines, that you did not know you could drop or did not need until you came into this space. Vibrational shift and soul recalibration. The energy adjustment of the body requires soul reciprocity consent, where your system shifts from old patterns of density to a higher light bandwidth. During this wave, your energetic body, aura, and subtle systems undergo an enhancement in light conductivity. This increase in brightness creates a natural slowdown phase, a time when the soul requires spaciousness, stillness, and deep acceptance. Your body is asking for permission to integrate, not to push. Resisting these phases of stillness is resisting your ascension embodiment. Dreamtime healing. This is past situations, patterns, and behaviors that, as the increase of light expands them, represent low-energy emotion that needs a next level of release and clarity awareness. Unusual aches, pains, rashes, and sudden illnesses that come and go. Body-spirit ascension. Cleansing, purification, and recalibration. Not everyone will experience them all at once. They may instead occur in different waves, as the energy influx moves through the body and spirit. These sensations are part of a cleansing and recalibration process, as the body and spirit adjust to higher frequencies to gain greater sensory awareness and interdimensional access. Emotional sensitivity. A gateway to a new sensory level. Simple situations can happen all of a sudden and have a profound impact on you. Emotional sensitivity and releases that awaken realizations. Intensified emotions and spontaneous releases that lead to profound awakening insights. Your senses are expanding into a new octave. This is a passageway. Sounds and humming in the ears that come out of nowhere and then leave. Timeline shifting, jumping and stepping out of space-time. There may be phases where you are stepping in and out of different space-time, giving rise to different time and experiences. You may do something and immediately forget that you did it, or enter a room and forget why you did it. Sometimes, time may feel like it is lasting longer, while at other times you may have the sensation that time has slipped away. As your vibration rises, you move beyond linear time and begin to interact with quantum time, the multidimensional flow where your soul resides. These fluctuations are ascension indicators, signaling that your consciousness is no longer confined to the old timeline of density. Integration waves and timeline choice. Waves of clarity followed by deep tiredness or need for integration and quiet time. You are choosing your timeline by your frequency vibration. This radiant soul field emits new codes that naturally position you onto a different timeline, attuned to your next level of purpose, clarity, and multidimensional expression. Message from the angels. My dear friends, we love you so very much. It is said a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A great meal is prepared one ingredient at a time. A seemingly insurmountable project begins with one idea followed by another. And a life well lived is loved one moment at a time. We are so often worried about the future or so lost in the past that the moments seem to rush by, leaving us unable to relax and savor them. Time speeds up when we miss the moments and slows down when we embrace them deeply. Consider the fact that your time is a measure of your travel through space. A day is one revolution of your Earth around its axis. A year, one journey around the sun. And a moment, my dears, is a tiny segment in your planet's daily rotation. A tiny movement in your soul's travels through the great cycles of existence. The more moments you miss, the faster time seems to travel for you. The more moments you enjoy, the richer, more meaningful, and more fulfilling your travels become. Contrary to what sometimes feels intuitive, slowing down, diving into a task, and being fully present in your moments allows you to accomplish more in less time. When your mind wanders to the extent that you miss the here and now, moments are lost in those wanderings, and you accomplish less in more time. There is no harm, of course, in a wandering mind. If you enjoy your mental travels, enjoy them. As you think about the life you wish to live, or the vacation you wish to take, or savor the memory of a good meal with friends or family, you are filling your moments with joy. We agree that this is a good use of your time. But when you worry, stress, fear, or indulge in regrets, your moments are not being enjoyed, and thus, this is not the best use of your precious time. You only travel so far and for so long in any given lifetime. You deserve to enjoy the ride. It makes sense to fill your moments with love. And as we discussed last week, this does not mean escaping your feelings, but rather being with them and loving yourself through them. It means consciously embracing who you are in the here and now, with gentleness, love, and compassion. When you surrender to yourself in the present with love, you acknowledge, I am sad, and that is okay. I am frustrated, and that is okay. I am grieving, and that is okay. When you embrace your feelings with love, you move into a vibration of love, and this is always a good use of your time. So, in this time when everyone seems to be rushing, slow down. Take a moment. Breathe. Be where you are. Focus on what you are doing now. The next 10 things you need or want to do will show up in a new present moment, but for now focus on one thing at a time. Focus on the task at hand. Focus on the love you can find or bring to this very moment. In doing so, my dear ones, you will discover that the spirit of the holiday season is always alive and well, waiting to flow. The spirit of love is an eternal stream, waiting only for you to slow down and see it, look for it, or be it. Even in the smallest moments when you touch upon that love, embody it, or share it, waves of this love can flood your mind, heart, body, and soul, directing all to a path of greater fulfillment and joy. This is the gift you can give yourself, the gift of being yourself in the present. This is the gift of your precious time on earth, appreciated, embraced, and loved for all it can offer. Your holidays are around the corner, and that is wonderful, dear friends, but every day is sacred, every moment is rich and ripe with love ready to be seen, felt, acknowledged, and shared. Give yourself this gift that keeps on giving, and you will find your travels through time will be infinitely more fulfilling, productive, and meaningful. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels.